She ran off as hard as she could and soon found herself safe in a thick wood.
So that your eyeballs just reminded me of fungal bodies that had popped up on a mycelial network. They became associated with magic because they were not understood. Fascia wraps around every single divisible part of your body, and it's an electrical conductive web within the body that runs in every direction and changes consistency and density. There's no disconnection anywhere. One thing flows into another, flows into another, flows into another. The whole body is full of flow in terms of there being a lack of clean line where one thing finishes and something else starts. You try to find where the meat ends and the tendon begins. You find that actually they are interlaced and interlocked with one another, that one flows into another. And then as the tendon flows into the muscle tissue, then it ceases to be tendon and it becomes fascia, which flows and flows and flows into the muscle tissue.
And I become buried.
In the continuous mass of flows.
It's a bit like thinking about the weather patterns flowing around the globe. The deep flows and the superficial currents and the way the water is flowing in different directions within itself, and then the wind and the moisture in the atmosphere, and then the clouds. You've got this different forms of watery mass moving in different directions with different energy and speed all the time, non-stop. It's because we're all connected in a way that Western ways of looking at the body just denies.
Your body intertwines with the labyrinth of networks betwixt in the enigma of algorithms, with the traces you have left, and with the bodies you have consumed.
A liminal cyborg.
We systematize things and divide them up and insist that there must be clear lines between all these divisions. And actually, it's not mechanical. You could think about the body as a continuous mass of flows.
Where does it start and where does it end? Where does your body start and where does your body end? You are never pure, but an alloy.
Your blood flows everywhere, your nerves flow everywhere. You've got 93,000 miles of nerves inside your body. So they just divide and divide and divide and divide and divide and divide until they are so infinitesimally small that they're intangible. Like mycelium, yes. Yeah. Part of what makes them mysterious is actually the fact that inside mycelium, water is held at 8 times atmospheric pressure. So it's the highest water pressure known in the natural world is inside fungal hyphae. So they pop out of the ground and they often occur overnight. So people suddenly see them in the morning and they weren't there yesterday. They think they're magic.
Slimy, lukewarm, fleshy, filled with oozing viscous fluid. Folds and patterns, networks that appear and disappear, vulnerable, tender, and fragile.
We give the idea of intelligence to something that has a brain or that can act like a human being, but maybe there's something intelligent beyond human comprehension.
Oh, absolutely. I champion the idea that other species are at least equal and potentially more intelligent than us. Totally forms of intelligence that we don't always have the humility to stop and listen to and be sensitive to and think about, because it does have its own consciousness. Yeah.
You weave your body into the surroundings,
transgressing human and fungal as species. We are a phenomenon.
We are a phenomenon. And our bodies emerge with relations,
embracing the otherness within.
Every moment that you're trying to capture something, that moment has gone and you're now in another moment. Yes.